even just keeping in that genre of filmmakers and even poets and writers and
Mhm.
that are don't are not mainstream, but they are powerful. I've heard plenty singers that can stand toe to toe with some mainstream artists that just get propelled to that platform or
Yeah.
whatever platforms there are, and they're I would have to say mediocre. Some of them are mediocre, and some of and it is marketing that has put them in that place. Not that they are not creative, but I
Well,
know this.
their marketing was creative.
It's creative. Okay, exactly, exactly. And they had a heck of a team.
What do you have to say? There's no time to waste. What do you have to say? Together we lift our voices and let them ring.
How you
Philip,
doing? Yes, Uriah. How are you?
you know what? We was talking a little bit before.
Right.
I was having me a little nap before we did this here, so I'm
So
feeling good.
I and you look good and your smile is bright, so I know you rested well. Me on the other hand, I just got off the road. So
Okay.
I I'm a little worn, but in order to do this, I'm in all the way. So
Okay. Okay.
about what do you have to say, and we have just a really great topic this week. And um,
Is it
what do you
about
have to
food?
say? No,
Cause
it's
I
not about food.
cause I'm hungry
You hung,
and I'm
you
thinking
know,
about getting a burrito.
as
That's
long
all
as
I'm thinking
it
about.
is, one of those good homemade burritos, that a
You
burrito
know,
from a food. Where are you
I'm
going
going
to
down the
go?
street.
Where?
I'm
No.
going down the street. You know, I say I grew up in Kansas, but I'm from
Uh,
California, so
uh-huh.
I'm looking for authentic Mexican restaurant to give me the
Okay.
burrito that I'm used to
Okay. I've
in Kansas. So
and I know this is off topic, but I ate the best burrito in San Diego, California, off a food truck. It was I just can't even explain it how good it was. It was, but if the food truck, it didn't look so but they was serving it up because the line was down around the corner and down. That's like, oh, okay, I got to stop here because it didn't look like it was a new food truck and modernized and everything. But I feel you. That sounds so good.
well,
Burritos.
I know we're going to talk
That's
about something, but
yes, yes,
yesterday
yes.
was it yesterday? Yesterday,
Mm,
I waited an hour for a hamburger.
no, no.
I did. Listen, so
What?
when I now that I'm here, I'm trying to find the best things, pizzas, hamburgers, all the staples that I'm used
Oh,
to.
the staple pizza is the staple. I haven't heard that one. Okay. Yeah, okay.
You haven't heard pizza's a staple all over the
I
world.
didn't know it was
All
part of the
over the
food
okay.
groups. Okay, all right, all right.
So my aunt Rose said, she said, "Well, did you try this place? It's called um, Sport Burger. It's a yellow building. They're only open from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. They don't take nothing but cash.
It's
And
that I know them places.
right.
Yes,
And so
yes.
I got there and I was there before 5. I was waiting in the parking lot because I thought you could go in to order, but you can't. You can only go through their drive-through. So I'm sitting over here in this parking lot and I see the lady finally come out and she goes over to the drive-through and she removes this little thing. And there's somebody there already I'm like, darn it. So I go around the block and now I'm third in line, third one, fourth in line. And it took me from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock to, to order my food.
Oh my gosh.
And let me tell you, I'll never do it again.
No? Okay, was it good though? What's or
Listen,
okay.
it could have been really good. The hamburger wasn't seasoned. I
Oh,
wanted a burger like them places where they have so much salt and pepper and onions on that grill that it's automatically seasoned.
it's
That's what I
already
wanted.
it's in the move. They got the grease on the grill. If your
Thank you.
grill don't have no grease on it, it's just you can't do it. Can't do it.
So
Wow. Now we're talking about food, and
I
we
was
have to talk about the hamburger place that is in Arc City. That it's on. Why do I want to say it's right? It used to be right by a liquor store, across the
is it
street from a liquor store.
on Madison?
Madison.
Madison.
Yes.
What is it
Yes.
called? That's
I
the
don't
kind of place I'm looking
that's
for.
the that's the yeah.
That
Yeah.
place.
And they have one like that in Winfield too. And
Okay.
they have it's the same taste. It's that it's got that grease on that grill. And that's it. And with the fried onions and pickles and mustard. And it's like,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You may
Now I may
I'm
think
I'm
okay.
hungry.
Okay.
Okay.
I am too.
But will
We're
you
gonna have dinner after this,
after this
just what do you have to say about creativity? I'm anxious to hear what you got.
about creativity? Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, both I would say both of us are creative people,
Mhm. Mhm.
in similar and dissimilar ways.
Right.
Um, creativity is I think that a lot of people don't realize their creativity.
I have to
And
agree with you.
I think they don't realize their creativity because what's the right word? Judgment. We look at other people and what they're doing. I'm
Okay.
an artist, and if I can't be like Leonardo da Vinci or Van Gogh
Mhm.
or
Mhm. Mhm.
Monet,
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
or if I can't do my thing like this musician or actor or writer,
Right.
ugh, what can I do?
Do right.
So I
Right.
think we
Right.
don't realize our creativity. And I don't think that creativity is necessarily encouraged. I think mm, in Western culture, maybe I don't know if it's
Mhm.
around the world.
Mhm.
Well, I know in some Eastern cultures, you do it this way, go along with the flow, let's go.
Mhm. Mhm.
If you
Mhm.
tend to stand out,
Right.
um, for whatever reasons, a lot of times it's
Right.
because you think outside the box, which I think is a part
Mhm.
of creativity, then you're
Mhm.
seen as odd. And so some
Yes.
people dim themselves, and then some people embrace
Mhm.
that
Right.
creativity or the
Right.
difference.
Right.
And
Right.
so, I
Right.
mean, that's just one little aspect. There's a lot to talk about, but that's my
Uh,
intro to creativity.
Yeah, I believe that creativity, and like you say, I don't believe that it is fostered. And if it is not fostered, then it will not in that person. It will either they'll press it down or they'll diminish it, or dismiss it. And I see it, but I love creativity, and I believe that it is thriving in areas where we don't really look for it. I mean, I just think about kids since I teach children that
Mhm.
I mean, can you remember? It did not take much for us to be entertained as children. It does not take much at all because they have that creativity and they could take a towel and put it around their neck and they could be a superhero and imagination and creativity just kind of go hand in hand. But just thinking back when I was a child, and it did not take much to be creative and create whole worlds in our mind and take playing with uh, army men and just create a whole scenario. So being creative is always with us. I think that as adults, like you say, maybe culturally they may not um, not condone that, but may not encourage that. But I think creativity is just alive and well all around us. I mean, like you say, we're creators, and I think as many people that create, um, I don't think that it's going away for a while. We hear that creativity may diminish because of AI or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
I think creativity is alive and well. It's so many creators.
Well, I think it needs to be fostered. I remember when I was young
Hmm.
and having to, my mom put me in piano lessons amongst a lot of other lessons.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
my first piano teacher was Bobby Lynn from church, because
Oh.
and initially my mom was going to allow her to teach me how to play by ear, and
Hmm.
then
Hmm.
she switched because she wanted me to, read music. And
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
you're not limited from uh, playing by ear. And if you do that, you can't read music. You can do both of them, and it's often
You
enhanced.
can. You
And
can.
so, because my mom wanted me to read music, I went to other
Hmm.
music teachers. And I'll never forget, I had one music teacher, and I wish I could remember what the song was, but she was teaching me that. And I was like, well, why can't I play it like this? And she goes, because that's not the way it's written. And I was like, but I like it when I do this,
Right,
right?
right.
Right.
So right there was something about me that wanted, I liked what I heard, and that was
Uh-huh.
creative. Now,
Uh-huh.
had I
Mhm.
been with a teacher that could have understood that
Right,
themselves,
right,
they
right.
might have really, hey, well, let's try that this way, but then we're also going to
Let's.
do it what's written on the page.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Right.
Mhm.
And I taught piano for at least 10 years, 15 years, something like that. Um and I allowed that my students to their interpretation of a piece. If they heard something else,
I like
we
that.
would have to play it like it
Hmm.
was written. If it was a Bach piece or a Mozart piece, we played it as written. But if you could wanted to embellish this theme some more, if you heard um, the melody, the melodic line going somewhere else, and you
Hmm.
wanted to just enhance it, then on your own, I really encourage that for that creativity to come through and not so structured. Uh,
I
but for
think that's
recitals, yeah,
important.
yeah, right, yeah, you
Well,
had to,
another thing I'm thinking, because
yeah.
you're taking me back to how we learn as a child.
Hmm.
What do
Hmm.
you learn? Oh, even with your coloring books, stay within the
In the
lines.
lines,
That
yes.
that right there is uh, is something that I think hinders people, because they think now what's good is when I stay within the line and I color
Hmm.
perfectly, as
Hmm.
opposed to I went outside, or my tree has
Hmm.
to look like this, or
Right.
whatever.
Right,
Right?
right, right, right.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And I see it now. Even that comparison,
Mm-hmm.
I see students looking over at someone else's drawing. In fact, today we were drawing, we had a constellation, like about 5 or 6 stars, and you could connect the stars and then create a creature from those 5 stars. And so everyone, like, in a row of three, they had all of the same creature. But on the other side of the room, it was different. So that creativity and that comparison, um, the ability to think for themselves, I think it's like it goes back to what you said. Even it may not be encouraged or may not be fostered
Mm-hmm.
for that. But there is so much creating going on. From small creators. And if you'll go with me and think about an iceberg. So what we see from social media or those the big five creators platforms, we just see the iceberg. I mean, we just see the tip of the iceberg, what is above the water. But beneath that, you have smaller creators, you have other people with smaller audiences creating a lot. What you see above is doesn't compare with what is the
And,
iceberg underneath.
And what we do get to see is, I don't know if it's artificially, but it's what is approved by
Oh, oh.
somebody. You know, I always liken this, and I'm gonna hopefully remember to
Mhm,
tie it to
mhm.
this other place.
Okay.
But I always think about, and this is creativity, but I think of singers who are
Ooh,
fantastic.
ooh.
And one of the first ones that come to my mind um are I'm gonna say like Lalah Hathaway.
Mhm,
Now,
mhm, mhm, mhm.
there's something in our culture that when people are really good singers, they don't get to rise to the top. They are that piece
Uh,
that is
it's
supports the iceberg. It's
yes,
underneath,
it's
right?
underneath.
Now,
Yes,
there are
yes.
people like Whitney Houston, and I will never take away that she's not a great
Mm,
singer because that's
mm,
not true. But there was
mm.
something about her that appealed to
The
the top.
masses. Oh,
Exactly.
yes. To the yes, yes.
I think that when you are really good at what you do, but it
Mhm.
doesn't look like what you're just like say, well, my grandma don't when my grandma cooks that, it don't look like that. You don't want to eat it necessarily, right?
You
But
are
you might,
exactly right.
right? But you miss it
Yes.
because that would be really good and you've missed it. I think
Right.
we do that in so many different ways.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think about film, even just keeping in that genre, filmmakers and even poets and writers and
Mhm.
that are don't are not mainstream, but they are powerful.
Mhm.
I've heard plenty singers that can stand toe to toe with some mainstream artists that just get propelled to that platform or whatever
Yeah.
platforms that there are, and they're I would have to say mediocre. Some of them are mediocre, and some of and it is marketing that has put them in that place. Not that they are not creative, but I
Well,
know this.
their marketing was creative.
It's creative. Okay, exactly, exactly. And they had a heck of a team that could put it
Absolutely.
together. And the ones that, like you say, Lalah Hathaway, she enjoyed. Now, I mean, she has gained that respect.
Absolutely.
You know, and even there's a word I can't think of it, but regardless of her father, you know, and that, and she's not writing that name,
Right.
but she is. I mean, I would see her anytime that she comes near, because she is going to deliver every time, and it's a lot of artists. I was thinking when I was really listening to artists and artists that aren't on the chart or they're just doing their own thing and having their own audience and creating. Or like there's this lady,
And
Meshell
Ndegeocello.
Ndegeocello.
And
Thank you.
Ndegeocello.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Cello. She had a hit, for a while, and she just left that scene, that um uh in the forefront of whatever that the scene, and but she was still creating and I heard something new from her, maybe not new from her, but I heard another person ask me, "Oh, have you heard this person, Michelle? Could you say the name, please?"
And Ndegeocello.
Thank you so much. That right there. And I was like, of course, I remember her from blah, 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 blah. And he played something for me. And I was like, yeah, that's it right there. She's got it. But that creativity, it does not leave. Um,
Well, now that
it-
you brought her name up, her
yes.
the one album that I can listen to from top to bottom, bottom to top
Mhm, mhm.
is, and I love the artwork, is Bitter. It's the album called
Yes.
Bitter.
Yes. I gotta, yeah, I'll change
Oh,
that right quick. Yes. Yes.
Bitter. And
Okay.
she
Yes.
also, there's a live album she did. Well, there's live and it's recorded, but she does a
Mhm.
cover of Let Me Love You Down. And it's the tempo is like, let me love you down. And it is, oh, uh-huh, uh-huh,
Okay.
uh-huh, uh-huh,
Okay. Okay. I got you.
uh-huh.
I got it right here. I can't spell it, but in just yeah. Okay. What had it? Oh wow. But I something about even artists, um, uh, graphic artists, and like you mentioned, painters, and the, they're still creating. I mean, I don't think it's going away, and people are just you have it's in here, and once it is brought forth, it has to have an outlet. You'll find a
L-
way. Creators find a way. Yeah,
We'll have to get off music because we can talk music, but I have to give
I
you one
know.
other person. One other person.
Please.
Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't, I had never been like the biggest fan of Tracy Chapman in the beginning, Fast Car and all that stuff. But she has an album. This is, again, one of those albums I can listen to from the top to the bottom, and it's called New Beginning.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
And because you
No.
was talking about New Beginning, I you were talking about music that you could throw to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
is that is the album. I can't even
Mm-hmm.
listen to any other Tracy Chapman because it's
Yeah.
so powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking
That's
about creativity.
creativity. And I appreciate her musicality. Now, I did not on that Me in a Fast Car, I did not until
I
I
didn't get it.
heard it. I heard her and do it live, and I was like, "Oh, that's what that's about."
Mm-hmm.
And it was just really rich. Even okay, Macy Gray. I did not I was like, shit, Macy Gray, but then I heard her differently, and I was like, okay, this is what yeah, about. So that creativity, and it's there, and they're still singing. She's you know,
I, I don't. Well, we're gonna. I
go
want to
ahead,
talk about.
go ahead,
I want to talk
go ahead.
about tech, but
Okay, yes, yes, yes,
but
yes.
music,
Mm-hmm.
creativity. Those composers in that romantic period. My favorite, Debussy. Come on,
Oh man,
I
absolutely.
and Rachmaninoff. Those
Yes.
chords, it- the-
Mm-hmm.
they're just so beautiful, and there's so much emotion. So I mean, back in the time, back they didn't have TV. They weren't distracted by radio and
Mm-mm.
things like that.
Mm-mm.
Their playing was people going out to the club to watch them play.
Watch them play.
Watch them play.
Yes,
And there was
yes.
so much emotion in that.
Mm,
So
I
creativity, come
know.
on now.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. And so yours, my person is Chopin. So,
Okay.
and he he does it for me. All
Mhm.
of this, his Opus 28, his just the whole gamut. And um, I just wonder, did they know that that's what they were creating? That we would still be listening to these timeless pieces and
Hmm.
being moved regardless of age, race, where just it's just touched our lives because it reaches here. um
Uh-huh.
it moves us there. So that creativity, I wonder, did they know?
Well,
And
let's not leave John Williams out of it.
oh man,
You
oh
know,
man.
he's very
And
popular, but when
mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm,
listen,
mm-hmm,
you cannot
mm-hmm.
listen
Right,
to the and not know what the Superman theme sounds like. Star Wars, almost
right.
anything that he
Really.
writes, you know
Right.
that he
No,
has
that
written that.
is right, right.
His
Creativity.
uses of
Creative.
the horns and
Mhm. Mhm.
counter
Mhm.
melodies that just
Mhm.
knock you
Mhm.
down,
Mhm. Mhm.
the
Mhm. Right.
voicings. Come on now.
Right. Right. I know. And
I just
I played in orchestra, and we have played those themes, because that was in my junior high and high school.
Yeah.
We played those themes, and the French horns. I can still just hear the French horns playing, just
Ooh.
in the cello, and just incredible pieces, and weaving it all together.
Yeah.
You have to have that ear. All right,
What did
and
what did you play in orchestra?
I played clarinet, bass clarinet, and my first instrument was cello. My first string instrument was cello.
Huh. See,
I
I
know.
didn't know that, or we hadn't really
Wow.
talked
Wow.
about that.
My very first instrument was cello. Yeah, in
Okay.
elementary school. And that was probably my favorite instrument. I like the clarinet, for marching band and everything, and bass clarinet during symphony or orchestra. But cello, I to this day, I'm a cello person. In fact, I put on Yo-Yo Ma Bach cello
Mhm.
suites yesterday for my class. I was like, we need some calm up and through here. Let me put on some Yo-Yo Ma. And Yo-Yo Ma, and I got the chance to see him. I was like third row from the stage, and I just sat there just like, just yeah, it was spiritual. And just the way he just played that. Yes. Creativity. Um, you said you wanted to talk about tech, and what
Well, think
tech
about
you
the there's so much creativity in tech.
Mhm.
I think we don't assign creativity to those individuals because it's very technical and mathematical. But for these individuals to think out of the box to come up with some of the things that they do, phones and Bluetooth
Mhm.
devices, and how we can get the Android automotive, the music and stuff from our phone into our cars. That is high
Oh,
level of creativity.
it is. It is. And writing that code for that and creating the software for that. I
Absolutely.
mean, hey, you took a ride in a driverless car.
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
That was, I mean, and I played that for my students, and they were blown away. They were like, "Where's the person at, Mr. Perry?" I was like, it's a driverless car. And they were like just blown away from it. But writing that code, can you
Uh-huh.
imagine the technical skill that it
Uh-huh.
takes to the know-how to do that, that everything is mapped out. You said everything has to be mapped out and coded, and
Mhm.
I mean, that's
That's beyond
uh,
our
it's
we can't
beyond.
think about
It's
that.
it's it's beyond. It is beyond in that creativity. But and I looked at my students, and I was like, you're going to be experiencing, if not you, your children are going to be experiencing this. And sooner than you think, they will be experiencing, or even helping create and write that for that.
I think that's I have known a handful of people who like create video games, and just hearing them
Oh.
talk about it, I was like, oh, you have to do all of this for the artwork and all the layers and all of this, and then the code, and then all those people have to come together to create this thing. And I I I mean, I know a lot of people enjoy a really good crafted, well written, beautiful looking um, um, uh, video game, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of creativity that's in there.
It is a lot of layers. I didn't realize, just how intricate and how precise and
Mhm.
precision that everything has to line up. Um, Even um, just for a person to move their hand or their arm, or um, technology and creativity, man.
It's crazy. Well,
It is. It is.
I was just thinking, I'm sure we'll probably talk about cooking or something down the line, but I love watching competition cooking shows because, especially the ones that say, "Oh, okay, we're gonna give you baking soda and a day old piece of bread. Come up with something." A- And I love watching. these people who love how to cook and understand
Right.
cooking come up with
Right.
stuff, because that's not me at
Right.
all. I love to
Right.
watch it,
Right.
and
Right. Right.
I love seeing that.
I'd and see, my show is the British Baking Show, so I have to watch that every time the season comes out. I'll even watch the old seasons, because of the creativity from them. They can come up with something, like they have some secret ingredients, under a towel, and you have to and create this, or you have
Yeah.
the recipe to make this out of these ingredients, and I just like seeing people create. Take what you have. And my dad, he always he always said, take what you have and make what you want. And that has just stuck with me for my life. That just take what you have. You may have just a few things in your hand. You may
Yeah.
just have few things here, but take what you have. And that's creativity.
I
That's
think it is.
creative.
I think
Yes.
it's also creative, growing up, not having much at all.
Oh man.
You learn how to make
Mhm.
do with stuff. And I
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
sometimes people thought we had more than what we did. But my
Mm.
mom
Mm.
was going to uh, garage sales and getting stuff and finding things and putting it
Mm.
together.
Mm.
And you
Mm.
know,
Mm. Mm.
I learned I could go for a very long. There was a period of time where I didn't have a pot to piss in, and
Mhm.
I'll never forget. I worked at this restaurant as I was a manager, and I had to have wear suits. And I'm like, I don't have the money to buy a suit that looks as nice as what I see them wearing. And I think creativity too is
Oh.
the eye. So I
Oh.
remember I was out in LA. I just went to the Goodwills on the west
Mhm.
side of town, and
On the
right
west side of
on the
town.
west side of town. And you would just
Yes.
look around, and I would see, oh, Calvin Klein, Hugo Boss, this and that.
Mhm.
And I would go, is this me? Is this me? Does it look like me? And I'll never forget. Someone go, oh, where did you get that suit? And I told them, oh, at the Goodwill. And they go, no, you didn't. I was like, first off, I'm like, why would I ever tell you
I tell you,
that I got the suit and my shoes at the
uh,
Goodwill?
not the shoes too. Okay.
And the
Okay.
shoes. Come on
Okay.
now.
Okay. I
You
got
have
you.
to have a creative eye to go like, what am I going to do? How could I put this together and this together?
Right. Right. Absolutely. Create. Yeah. taking what taking what you have and
And
making
get
what
it.
you want,
Well, you did not. Well, you talked about your creativity a little bit, but where are you creative in your life?
Um initially, I play. So, writing songs, composing songs, my creativity lies there, but it's just not there. I have moved to working with clay, um, where I've let my creativity working with clay come through, which this weekend, since I have time, I'm going to work on some clay. I already have my balls ready to go,
Mhm.
and that's what I'll be doing. But I painted for a while. I went through this phase where I painted oil and watercolors, um, and I like, I don't think creativity is just limited to um, the arts or that, but gardening. I grew some
Mhm.
tomatoes, grew some bell peppers and some things, which I'm I'm doing that as soon as spring hits. So creativity, I think that is just it's just like I say, woven into even who we are. I mean, because are you still playing? Yes, you still playing. You're
I got like I'm just now feeling like I'm myself again after moving, but yeah, I got
okay.
a fabulous. Is it the Casio electronic piano? Those sounds.
It was nice when
Did
when
you
I
played on it?
yes, I played it. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
them
That
sounds
has a
are
nice
good.
sound. It really
And
did. Yeah.
I'm wanting to get back there because I think my creativity is in in my voice. I know that sounds odd, but it's not just singing, but there's something there. And I do want to start singing again.
Yeah, and I want to start. I have not co-written anything lately, but that's my goal. And in fact, on my calendar uh, that I have on my wall, that it has get back to open mic.
Ah,
So in February, just
okay.
to either write something or sing something, but just get back to open mic, and that creating is. Wow. Yeah, and I miss recording, honestly.
Yeah.
I really
Recording is
do.
awesome. I love that
It is,
process.
and just the preparation for it, getting my recording voice back and getting in shape for that. I miss that, you
Yeah.
know. It's
Yeah.
coming back around. It's coming back
My
around. Being creative. Yes.
what I would like is to it probably won't be me, but have like a gospel R&B oriented pianist and I love just take
Hmm. Mm.
standard songs or old
Mhm.
folk songs, lend
Mhm.
themselves
Mhm.
to a modern interpretation and just do like covers, just like Meshell Ndegeocello, Let Me Love You
Yes.
Down. She flipped that and
Yes.
has done it her way. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, hear it differently. I'm ready for it. So just let me know. I can do up and do a background pip for you and make the video and it will make
I love
happen.
it.
I do.
Well, we have talked about creativity. I think we're at the end here today, but
Yes,
we're going
yes,
to do
yes.
this again, I'm sure,
Absolutely,
uh,
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
just keep moving.
Wow.
But that's it for today.
Okay. Well, I'll keep creating. Whoever,
Uh,
hey, you have
I
it.
don't think
Take
you
what you have.
cannot create.
I don't. No.
I don't think we can.
We can't. We can't
We
do
can.
it. Wow.
All right.
All right, man. Till the next
I'll see you
time.
next time.
All righty.
What do you have to say?